going on, big dog? We got a Pfister pull down sprayer, Pfister Faucet, and it is not going into stream. It's just staying on spray. And since a lot of guys on my last video that I made about these things are like, oh, you didn't fix it, you just replaced the head, I'm gonna fix it this time. So it's not going into streams, just staying on spray. And here's how you fix it. Put my sink stopper in just in case something falls out, it doesn't go down the drain. There's a little washer in here, little black rubber washer. You're gonna need that. If you don't have that, it will leak all over the place. There it is. Yeah, there's the little rubber washer that comes out of there. Make sure you hold on to that and don't lose it, because it will leak. It goes on top like that, and then you screw it up in there. All right, let's fix the sprayer. All right, what's going on is these buttons have springs in them. And you can just pry the button out. I get my little flathead, pry the button up out of there. Sometimes they'll give you a hard time, just be patient. There we go, here's my top one. Try to keep the camera in focus here. Get the bottom button out. They have springs in it, and the reason why I replaced the head is because we don't have springs for these things. And let me try to get the focus here. We don't have springs, and my experience with plumbing springs, like just stretching them out, the springs, they eventually lose their elasticity again, and it quits working again. So I just replace it and be done with it. All right, just took my little flathead and gave it a spin. So this little locking ring goes on top. You want to take that off. Set that aside by our buttons here. All right, this little tab on top, push it up, and everything should come out of the bottom. There we go. Just give that little tab a little push, and then everything will drop out. Push the buttons in with your fingers to get it to go through, and there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to unscrew this with our adjustable wrench, and there'll be a spring in there. All right, once you get the guts out, take the adjustable wrench, and the spring sits behind here. I recommend getting some new springs if you can find them. But we don't have new springs, so that's why I replaced the head. And man, I had a subscriber just absolutely lose his mind. I had to block the guy, calling me a hack, yada yada yada, because I replaced the head. We don't have springs, big dog. And that's the spring, so what's going on is it just loses its bounciness and elasticity. So what I'm going to do is just stretch it. And once you get the spring out, you just stretch it. Make it a little longer than it is. That's all you gotta do. Just give it a pull. Do a little bit in the middle. It's just my experience with stretching plumbing springs is they'll lose their elasticity again, and you'll be right back in there. So that's it. All I did was pull it, made it a little bit longer. Now we'll put it back in there. And just do everything in reverse, put it back together. So this is how you can fix it. Although I do recommend getting new springs. Again, we didn't have new springs, that's why I replaced the whole head on the last video. These people pay a lot of money for rent, and I hate callbacks. Yeah, the guy, subscriber lost his mind, called me a hack for replacing the head, all kind of stuff. So I blocked him. And then he made another account and came back and attacked me, so really bizarre. All right, just screw that back down tight and do everything in reverse. Put it back together. There we go. Get our locking ring. It's a real easy fix if you got the new springs to do it. Let's tighten this down a little bit. Snap our buttons back on. There we go. Yeah, it's got some good spring now, so that'll fix it. Now we'll screw it back on and test it out. All right, before you screw the head back up there, don't forget your rubber washer. If you don't have it, it will spray and leak everywhere. So put that on first, then screw it up. This is a Pfister too, by the way, just to remind you guys, if you've got another brand, it might be a little different. That I can't tell, I don't know. Well, let's try it out. There's stream. That's what I wasn't doing before. It was stuck on spray. There's spray. And there's stream. So yeah, stretching the spring fixes it. For how long? Who knows? All right, that's how you can fix it. Just pull that old spring out there and give it a stretch. Spray, stream. Spray, stream. And if that doesn't do it, you probably just need to replace the head, big dog, and I will leave a link to the head you can use on these in the description below and a video on how to do that. You just need to know which fitting to use on these. It comes with 3, so I'll leave a link to that head in the description below. But this is how you can fix it. Stretch the spring or replace the springs if you can find them. Alright guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Later.
It's just the way it's got to be. Well, the concrete